Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. This is another 15 minutes with the captains. My name is Captain Mattathias, and to my right,
Soldier Yashaya.
All right, so today's topic is Lucifer, Lucifer, son of the morning. Who is Lucifer according to the biblical text? All right, we're going to start in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 14. All right, because you've heard, different folklore or myths or in the Christian church, a spiritual being, things of that nature. You may have heard Jay-Z mention it in a song. All right, so let's find out what the Bible who the Bible actually says Lucifer is. Read what you got.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 14.
Come on.
Good is set against evil.
All right, so the scriptures say that good is set against evil. Come on.
And life against death.
Uh-huh.
So is the godly against the sinner.
So is the godly against the sinner. Come on.
And the sinner against the godly.
All right, so in the whole grand scheme of things, it's about the good versus the evil. All right, and it says here the godly versus the sinner. All right, so this is talking about what? Different forces of evil and actual people. All right, I want you to keep that in mind. Drop that. Give me the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19. All right, so there's good people on the earth. There's wicked people on the earth. All right, so let's get a deeper understanding. Read what you got.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his.
It says what?
The Lord knoweth them that are his.
So the scriptures say God knows who belongs to him. Who would that be? Who would the them be? It would be actual people. It would be the Israelites, the chosen seed. All right. From there, give me the book of 1 John chapter 3, and I want verse 10. Watch this. So we understand it's that battle between good and evil. All right. The Lord knows who belongs to him. All right. Give me 1 John 3:10.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 10.
Come on.
In this, the children of God are manifest.
Remember, he knows who belongs to him. It says the children of God are manifest. Come on.
And the children of the devil.
And who?
The children of the devil.
It says, and the children of the devil. Read on.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God.
Come on.
Neither he that loveth not his brother.
Right. It says that loveth not his brother. All right. So it says, those who do not do righteousness, they are the children of the devil. All right. So once again, today's topic is Lucifer, son of the morning. So now we're about to get an in-depth go in depth and examine who Lucifer is in the Holy Scriptures. All right, drop that. Let's go to the book of Revelations, the 12th chapter. All right, Revelations 12, and I want you to start at verse 7. We're going to read down a little bit.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 7.
Come on.
And there was war in heaven.
All right, it says there was war in heaven. Drop that. We coming right back. Give me Matthew 24. Give me the book of Matthew chapter 24 real quick, because I want you to understand we also have to tear down this imagination. In Christian church, they tell you that this is an actual war going on in the heavens. No, that's not what's going on. That heaven is going into rulership. That's what that's going into. Give me verse 29.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 29.
Come on.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened.
Come on.
And the moon shall not give her light. And the stars shall fall from heaven.
Right. Those are the stars falling from heaven, going to their different satellites. That's also going into missiles because it's going to be World War III breaking out during this time. Read on.
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
And it says what?
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Right, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken, meaning what? Those are going into kingdoms. All right, those are going into earthly kingdoms when it talks about the different heavens. Now let's go back to Revelations chapter 12 and read verse 7.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7.
Come on.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels.
You see that? In the dragon fought and his angels. Now, when we read back up in the chapter, give me verse 3.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon.
A what?
A great red dragon.
A great red dragon. Now, for those who are not familiar with who the red man is according to the scriptures, hold that. Give us the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter. All right, so the Bible is giving us key indicators. All right, when you read the book of Revelation, you have to read the history in the Old Testament to understand what John is trying to convey to us here in the book of Revelation. All right, you got it? Come on, Genesis 25 and 25.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And the first came out red.
Came out what?
Came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
Come on.
And they called his name Esau.
They called his name what?
They called his name Esau.
Esau or Idumea or Edom. Okay, that's the nation that this is referencing when we go back to Revelations 12. But continue to read.
And after that came his brother out.
His what?
His brother out.
Now give me verse 23.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 23.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
You see that 2 nations, 2 kingdoms. You understand? This is going into rulership on the earth. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
You see that thing right there? Now, we read earlier, let's go back to Revelations 12. We read early in 1 John, the 3rd chapter, if you hate your brother, you are not a child of God, but you are a child of the devil. Now, let's go back to Revelations 12, and I want verse 7.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7.
Watch this.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels.
All right, so you have the righteous fighting against the wicked. In this instance, the red man, the red dragon, Esau, he is the wicked. Read.
And prevailed not.
But they did not prevail. Watch this.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Right, so neither was Esau or Edom's place found in heaven. So if you did not know, Esau or Edom, they are present day America in this day and age. All right. And it's saying when this takes place, their place in rulership, it's not going to be found anymore because God's kingdom is going to be established. Read on.
Verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil.
What is he called?
Called the devil.
Come on.
And Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Which does what?
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Which deceiveth the whole world. We're gonna focus on these passages because it's very important. You have to realize and you have to understand in the scriptures and in present day who's responsible for deceiving the whole world. Read on.
He was cast out into the earth.
Come on.
And his angels were cast out with him.
So you have the force of evil, right? The spiritual force of evil, and you actually have a people carrying out those forces of evil here on the earth. So we established that. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 13. All right, so what you'll realize is when you read the scriptures, when you study properly, it's precept upon precept. So if we read it in one instance in the Bible, there's going to be somewhere else that backs it up. All right, in this class, you're going to hear a lot of the same things. All right, but sometimes you hear devil, sometimes you hear deceiver, Satan, and you may end up hearing what? Lucifer later on in today's class. Read what you got, Isaiah 13:13.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, I will shake the heavens.
He will do what?
I will shake the heavens.
So now we have an understanding. We read Revelations 12. We read Matthew 24. What it's going into when the prophets mention the shaking up of the heavens. It's going into rulership being shaken up. Read it again.
Therefore, I will shake the heavens.
Come on.
And the earth shall remove out of her place.
Uh-huh.
In the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
This is going into the day of the Lord. Come on.
And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Mm-hmm.
They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
Right. All nations, all kingdoms, they're going to return to their own people. All right. Come on.
Verse 15. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right. Everyone is joined unto them. Who's the them? Jump down to verse 19.
Verse 19. And Babylon.
And who?
And Babylon.
Read.
The glory of kingdoms.
The glory of kingdoms. Watch this.
The beauty of the Chaldees.
Mm-hmm.
Excellency. Shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
So let's take a second on this verse right here. Verse 19 says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, meaning what? The greatest kingdom on the face of the earth shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. We know in ancient times, Babylon would be present-day Iraq. But we also know that Iraq was not destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah. So we automatically know that this Babylon is not talking about Iraq. So who's it talking about? It's talking about a future kingdom that would have the similar traits of Babylon. And guess what? That future kingdom, we're living in it right now. It's the United States of America. All right, drop that. Give me the book of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, and give me verse 23. All right, so we're getting closer to revealing who Lucifer is. All right, read what you got. Jeremiah 50:23.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23.
Watch this.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
The hammer of the whole earth. Who would be the hammer of the whole earth? The nation that's going and spreading what? Their policies, a.k.a. democracy. And if you do not want to, what? Adhere to democracy, what happens to you? They put an embargo on you, or they bring the sword, or they drop bombs on you. You understand? God refers to America as the hammer of the earth. Read it again.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
But here in this prophecy, it's saying, wait a second. How could the most powerful country or nation on the face of the earth be cut asunder? That doesn't make any sense. I've never seen anything like that. Read.
How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
And then it says, how has Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? We coming back to this. Do me a favor. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13. All right, we're going to go to Revelation chapter 13. Let me get there with you. And start at verse 1.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1.
Come on.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea.
Come on.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns. And upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
The name of what?
The name of blasphemy.
Lies, deceit. Now jump down to verse 11.
Revelations 13 and 11.
Come on.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
He had 2 horns like a lamb. What is this going into? You making things appear as if you're for the people, that you're peaceful. This is going into what? The 2 predominant political parties here in the United States of America, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. But what a lot of people don't understand is that they're a 2-headed snake. They're of the same, but they look different. Read it again from the top.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb. He spake like a lamb, soft and peaceful. Also going into what? Christianity, how they want to make themselves look righteous and holy. Read.
And he spake as a dragon.
And he spake as a dragon because that's who he really is. He's that great red dragon that we read about in Revelations 12. Now drop that. Jump down to, no, actually go to Psalms 55. Psalms 55 and 21. All right, this is their trait and this is their characteristic. All right, don't fall for America's witchcraft and sorcery. It's all to play on your emotions. Once they get you, then they're going to pounce on you and attack. Watch this.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 21.
Come on.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
So it says this particular nation, United States of America, Esau, Idumea, Babylon, read.
But war was in his heart.
It says, but war was in his heart, excuse me. They speak peacefully, they speak smooth words, but war is in their hearts. Never forget that. Now give me the book of 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. All right, so now we got to start thinking, who's responsible for deceiving the whole world? It has to be America. They push democracy. They push that Christ was a white man. No, he's not a white man. He's black according to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
That's right.
They push all of these lies on the earth to deceive the whole world, and that's how they got their power. Okay? What I call?
2 Corinthians 11 and 14.
All right, read that.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14.
Come on.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Angel of what?
An angel of light.
An angel of light. Keep that in mind, an angel of light. Now, remember we read in Revelations 12, it talked about that old serpent, Satan, and the devil, all one and the same. All right, and understand, he has people here on the earth carrying that thing out. Now, I want to show you something that just came to mind. Give me the book of Revelation chapter 2, and I want verse 10. Watch this. Then we're going to go right back on topic. Watch this.
Revelations chapter 2 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
All right, this is going into the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. You are the Israelites. God is saying in the last days, we are going to suffer great travail. It's going to be perilous times. But God says, don't fear it. Read on.
Behold, the devil shall...
The who?
The devil
Read.
shall cast some of you into prison.
Shall do what?
Shall cast some of you into prison.
So wait a second. If the devil's some spiritual being, right? How is he going to cast you into prison? This has to be talking about a particular man that's actually on the earth. Read that again.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Come on.
That ye may be tried.
That ye may be tried. Now, let's go back. Go back to 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. So I want y'all to understand something. Understand when it talks about the devil and Satan, yeah, there's a force of evil, but guess what? There are actual people on the face of the earth who carry it out. And guess what they're called? They're called the devil too. Right. Read what you got.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 14.
Come on.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Watch this.
Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers...
If his what?
If his ministers...
If his what?
If his ministers...
Come on.
Also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness.
There you go. They speak as a lamb. This nation speaks as a lamb. Guess what? That's their front. But deep down, they speak as a dragon because they are the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord. Do me a favor. Let's go back to Revelations. I want verse 13. Revelations 13 and 13.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 13.
Come on.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
When did he do this? When he dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in World War II. That's how he gained dominion. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They called it a miracle. All right. That's why everybody believes that God is with America because of that instance right there. Read on.
Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
And does what?
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
This beast, America, deceives the whole earth. How?
By the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Remember, Jeremiah called him what? The hammer of the earth. The hammer of the earth. That's why when America falls, that's why nobody's going to be able to fathom how did this happen. Read.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth.
Come on.
That they should make an image to the beast.
Read.
Which had the womb by a sword and did live.
That's going into Rome. When they were conquered by Septimius Severus in the 3rd century, they came back during the Renaissance period. All right. So it says right here that they should make an image to the beast. What's the image? The white image of Jesus Christ, which had the womb during Rome when they were conquered. And then it says by a sword and did live. Now let's drop that. Give me the book of Nahum chapter 2. I want verses 1 and then I want 4 and 5. Let's get through this quick.
Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies.
It is all full of lies. Remember, this particular city is responsible for deceiving the whole world. Read on.
And robbery. The prey departeth not.
Jump down to verse 4.
Verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. The mistress of witchcraft.
Of what?
Of witchcraft.
Of witchcraft. Read.
That selleth nations through her whoredoms.
Isn't that what happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Weren't we sold as a people by who? The United States of America. Read.
And families through her witchcraft.
Through her witchcraft. Read.
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Meaning what? The way that you got to power will be revealed. Even though you use that sorcery and witchcraft to deceive the people, God says you will be revealed. Drop that. Give me the book of Revelations 18 and 23. We almost done. Revelations chapter 18 and verse 23. Read that.
The book of Revelation chapter 18 and verse 23.
Come on.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
It says the light of a candle. Remember, it says that Satan's ministers will form themselves into what? An angel of light. Read it again.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Come on.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Read.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth.
Watch this.
For by thy sorceries.
By thy what?
By thy sorceries.
By thy witchcraft. Read.
Were all nations deceived.
That's how America was able to deceive the whole world. Now, let's go back to Jeremiah 50. We left off, and I want verse 24. So what are we doing? Now we have to reveal who Lucifer is. All right, we had the build up, so now it's time to reveal who he is. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 24.
Come on.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
Read.
O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found, and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
They have strived against the Lord. Jump down to verse 29.
Verse 29.
Come on.
Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against roundabout. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work.
Come on.
According to all that she hath done, do unto her.
Watch this.
For she hath been proud against the Lord.
You see that? She has been proud against the Lord. America's very proud against the Lord. God says a man and a wife. They say, nope, a man and a man can marry. All right, everything that God stands for, America goes against it. Now give me the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. 2 Thessalonians, I want verses 3 and 4. Watch this.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3.
Let
no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin.
And that what?
That man of sin.
It says that man of sin. Remember, those who do not do righteousness, they are the children of the devil. It says that what?
And that man of sin.
Come on.
Be revealed.
And that man of sin be revealed. Read on.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition. Going into, they have to be destroyed. Read on.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
We just read that in Jeremiah 50. That strive against God and behave themselves proudly against God. God says the man of sin will be revealed. Give me the book of Isaiah 14. All right. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 4. Watch this. We're going to read down.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 4.
Come on.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Against the king of Babylon. Read.
And say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
The golden city. All right. Remember, this is the glory of all kingdoms. America, Babylon. Read.
The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked. And the scepter of the rulers.
Read on.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Remember, he's referred to as the hammer of the earth. It's America who's responsible, not just for us over here. In the Middle East, America is hated by every nation. Why? Because America is over there raping, robbing, dropping bombs on people. All right, read that verse again.
Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Read.
He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
This is only fits the description of one nation in this present time. Read.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
It says the whole earth will be at rest once this nation falls. Come on.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Come on.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Now drop this. Jump down to verse 11 for the sake of time. Watch this.
Isaiah 14 verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee.
Now it says thy pomp is brought down to the grave. Remember in Jeremiah 50 and 29, it says that Babylon behaved herself proudly against the Most High. Read on.
And the worm cover thee.
Come on.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
O Lucifer, read.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning. What is this talking about? Son of the morning. Give me the book of 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. Remember, The angel of light. You understand? Now watch what's said right here in 2 Corinthians 4:4. Watch this.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4.
Come on.
In whom the God of this world.
Now, is that a capitalized G or lowercase g?
Lowercase.
That's a lowercase g. Now read it again.
In whom the God of this world.
Come on.
Hath blinded the minds of them.
Have done what?
Have blinded the minds of them.
It says have blinded the minds of them. Come on.
Which believe not.
Which believe not. There's your son of the morning right there. It's the same man responsible for deceiving the whole world. What's his name? Wow. Lucifer, the son of the morning, a.k.a. the United States of America. Now go back.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Isaiah 14, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
So meaning what? They're actually going to see. And who's the they? The other nations. The other nations are actually going to witness and find out who that man of sin actually is. Read on.
And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Is this the what?
The man.
The what?
The man.
It says, is this the man? Showing you what? Lucifer is a man on the earth today. It ain't no spiritual being. Lucifer is a man. Remember, it's that force of good and evil. But guess what? You got the children of God and you got the children of the devil. Read it again.
They that see thee shall look upon thee. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms.
That did shake kingdoms. That's what is going into the heavens. That's what it's going into. Jump down to verse 18.
Verse 18.
Come on.
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house.
Give me the book of Revelations 18 real quick. All right, Revelations 18. Then I got a definition I want to end with. Give me Revelations 18 in verse, I think it's 9.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 9. And the kings of the earth.
There it is. The kings of the earth. Come on.
Who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. Shall bewail her.
Shall do what?
Shall bewail her.
And her is Babylon, America, Lucifer. Read.
And lament for her. When they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment.
Read.
Saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Is thy judgment come. So all the kings of the earth is going to witness this. Last two precepts, and I want to read this definition. Give me Isaiah. Go back to Isaiah, and I want verse 17.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 17.
Come on.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
America's responsible for making the world a wilderness. Read.
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
Right. So they made the earth a wilderness, going into natural resources. The famine is coming. You understand? They destroyed nations and cities by dropping bombs on people. But the prisoners, right here, says that opened not the house of the prisoners. That's going into not letting the children of God go. Similar to what Egypt did to the children of Israel. Now give me the book of Revelations 11 and 18. Okay. Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. All right, so now Lucifer has been revealed. If that was a stronghold for you, if you thought it was somebody else, hey, thus saith the Lord, you just found out that Lucifer is a man. And who is he? The United States of America. Right. Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18.
Come on.
And the nations were angry.
And the nations were angry. Read.
And thy wrath is come.
And
the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
Right. Since Lucifer didn't want to let the children of God go, the Most High God is going to intervene. Read.
And to the saints and them that fear thy name.
Come on.
Small and great. And shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
You see that? God says in the last days, in the day of the Lord, those who destroyed the earth by what? Their GMOs, by famine, by causing famine, by dropping bombs on people. God says that they are going to be destroyed. Now read that definition. Post that for me. All right, read that.
The definition of Lucifer, Merriam-Webster. Used as a name of the devil.
Used as a what?
A name of the devil.
Now scroll down real quick. Give me synonyms. Scroll down. Read those synonyms.
Synonyms. Archfiend, Beelzebub, devil, fiend, old Nick.
Old what?
Old Nick.
Hey, you know, what's that? You out there who's still celebrating Christmas.
Wow.
Jolly old Saint Nick, right? That is who you're celebrating. You are celebrating Lucifer, Satan, the devil, and ultimately white supremacy, because you just found out that Lucifer is the white man. All right, so this has been another 15 minutes with the captains. I'm Captain Mattathias.
Soldier Yeshaya.
And with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.